Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like to arguing about this House regrets OpenAI transitions towards a for-profit structures. So I got some arguments point from the government's team. So it's about equity financing where you are raising capital through selling shares ownerships. So first, it's about OpenAI development is to disrupt economy. The government, stuck in past romanticisms, become a non-profit technology industry up to date is impossible. Then the compute power to train a model such as GPT-4 and AGI need billions dollars funds, not a million. BBC structure illegally still obliging balancing direction, public necessary and profits. This phenomenon is incorporate greed. Second, it's about the board of directors doesn't depend on how many profits, but handpicked by the non-profit boards. Second, so low AI safety that becomes sacrificed. The government argue that, oh, for the sake of our quick profits, OpenAI will release dangerous products without rigorous due diligence. It's wrong because without a transition to a for profits, OpenAI would lose to purely commercial competitors. It's about like Google's Meta or XAI that lacked inherent safety DNA. By transitioning to a financially strong BBC, OpenAI maintains as a position as a market leader driving industry safety standards. So let me straight away to my argument. It's about the first definition. OpenAI transition refers to the intentional shift of OpenAI from its original 2015 pure non-profit research to a model of 2019 to save profits model and ultimately to the 2025 public benefits corporation that mean PBZ models. The government regrets the transitions as inherently harmful, harmful, counterproductive, or a net negative policy for the global AI ecosystem and public safety. The current landscape of artificial general intelligence (AGI) development is incredibly capital intensive. Training state-of-the-art foundation models require billions of dollars annually in compute powers, cloud infrastructure, and top-tier talent merger than purely commercial and hacked technology giant, for examples like Google, Meta, and XAI, as I told you before, are aggressively pursuing AGI without the built-in foundational safety ethos that OpenAI possesses. But the reality, traditional nonprofit funding, it's like about donations, grants, is has reached as hard ceiling, like it is mathematically impossible to sustain all thing age AI research on charity alone. So I got some parties that influencing in this motion. So first is about OpenAI board itself that needs massive financial resources to conduct research while requiring a legal field to prioritize safety over immediate quarterly profits. Then second is about the investor technology as a form of capital providers who need financial incentive to raise billions of dollars but are bound by the PBC charter to suspect safety products. Then if OpenAI remain a non-profit, it would have faced immediate financial saturation or talent bleeding. So transitioning to a for-profit BBC now is urgent because it scares the measure capital injection needed to maintain OpenAI market. Our goal, our ultimate goal is to reach the safe, sustainable, and industrialization of AGI that benefits humanity as if by ensuring the reading AI pioneer. So, ladies and gentlemen, me as a leader of opposition, I would like to focusing my argument on the big picture, like why OpenAI needed the money to survive, and why the PBC model is the best balance for safety. Let me start away to my argument. I shared my argument into two sections. So it's about the non-profit model was impossible to sustain. OpenAI had to become a for-profit company because running to own donation is impossible when building advanced AI. Because of what? Because building AI isn't like running a regular charity. It means it requires billions of dollars for massive supercomputers and top talents. If OpenAI stayed on non-profit, it would have run out of money. Their best scientists would have left to work the richer companies. A good mission is useless if the company goes broke and disappears. Switching to a profit structure was the only way for OpenAI to survive and keep its mission alive. For example, look at charities like Wikipedia or Mozilla Firefox. They do great work, but they do not have the billions of dollars needed to build cutting-edge technologies like ChatGPT or advanced robotics. OpenAI's partnership with Microsoft gave them the literal computers they needed to build GPT-4. Therefore, regretting the transition means wishing OpenAI had run out of money and closed down. The transition was necessary for survival. My second argument is the PBC structure is the perfect guardrail for safety. It's about the Public Benefits Corporation (PBC) model is a best both worlds. That means it gives OpenAI the money it needs while legally forcing it to stay safe. Then, why? Because the government teams think about a for-profit mean pure corporate greed. But a PBC is different. In a normal company, the boss' only job is to make money for shareholders. If they delay a product for safety reason, they can get fired. But in a PBC, the law protects the bosses. They are allowed and also required to put public safety ahead of profit. This structure lets OpenAI take billions from big investors, but looks those investors into a contract that prioritizes human safety. For example, other top AI companies like Anthropic use similar billions of dollars from investors while keeping strict independent safety teams who have the power to stop unsafe software from being released. The transitions, and with that, in the transitions didn't destroy OpenAI values. It gave them the money and legal power to protect those values. Therefore, we should praise these motions. Then, within the PBC corporation structure, it acts as a shield. So first is a legal shield. The bosses at OpenAI can legally say no to investor if a product is unsafe, and investor cannot sue them for it. Second is about safety budget. That means OpenAI use the massive profits it makes to fund large-scale AI safety research that a poor charity could never afford. Then either OpenAI changed its structure to get the money needed to win the AI race, or pure profits-driven technology giants with the race instead, leaving humanity with unsafe AI. That's all. Thank you.